Hey, Kyle, you got us okay?
Yep, I'm good.
All right.
Recording in progress.
Okay, let's go. Let's go, John, and then Rachel. Like you guys are here, so John and Rachel, and then Adam. Well, we get down here. Bruce, you okay? It's talking to you.
Okay, so sorry, I was on the phone, but to talk about the rushing attack for Oklahoma State today. You guys struggled to stop that. Just what happened there?
Yep. Like you said, they came out with a good game plan with the run, especially the stretch run play. So going into halftime, we knew that that's what we needed to stop. And I think we did a great job coming out in the second half and doing that, but we need to do that from the get-go. When we feel them getting into, what kind of game it's going to be. First few series, they fill it out, and then they really establish what they want to do. We got to be able to respond quicker and, play how we did in the second half in terms of stopping the run.
Late in the second half there, you guys let up the touchdown, and then you have to get back on the field. Just how gassed were you on that final drive of the second half?
No, we weren't gassed.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, go ahead, Rachel.
Okay. Hey, Kala. It's Rachel at the Statesman. Good to see you. Tell me a little bit about the play where Skinner got the fumble recovery on Wimpy's forced fumble, and then you guys got the touchdown that basically got called back. Just tell me a little bit.
That was a great play by Riley, first and foremost. Selfishly and biasedly, I think they let that play go, and then go back and review it after, which would have helped the Broncos a lot. But, at the end of the day, it is what it is. We still got the ball back, and we just need to do a better job of finishing both, offense and defense.
Obviously, Jaylen Warren ran for over 200 yards tonight. What specifically was he doing that made him a little bit more difficult to get a hold of and he's getting those extra yards tonight?
Yeah, they had a great game plan with how they were setting up their edges in terms of the run game, running stretch the way that they did, where he was able to kind of cut back and use as much of the field as he wanted. But like I said, the adjustments we made at halftime, if we could have just got to that sooner and done a better job of stopping, their run game and finishing tackles, with him going backward instead of making a tackle and him still falling forward for 2 or 3 more yards.
Go to Adam.
Hey, Kid Kala. So I noticed they had 2 tackles for a loss as a corner. How does that feel?
Yeah, it feels awesome to just, like on defense, we say, it takes everybody to stop the run. So being able to come up and make plays like that to help our defense is a great feeling and, a testament to the other guys doing their jobs too.
Thank you.
Ron?
Okay, Kala. So Riley comes in the third quarter, makes a tackle right away, gets that big forced fumble. I mean, what does that say about what he brings to this defense?
Oh, yeah, a ton of experience. We've been here just as long as each other, so we've played a lot of ball. We've seen a lot of things, have a lot of in-game experience. And just the leadership and physicality that he plays with, it showed up right away.
And this is the second game this season where you guys have really struggled in the third quarter. I mean, what do you guys need to clean up in the third quarter, and how do you guys as players do that?
Yeah, right now I don't really have a good answer for you. We'll look at how things went, watching the film and things like that and see what we have to do going forward.
Sure. And last one for me, that hit from JL had to be the hardest thing out there. What did you see on that play? And do you think Presley wanted to get up after that play?
Yeah. JL was flying around the field tonight and, win or lose, that's the way that we're going to play. So to see our defense fly around and swarm like that, it was awesome to see.
Thanks, man.
Go to Will.
Here, hey, Cal, how's it going, man? Simply put, Cal, how much does this one hurt? I mean, you lost in a very similar fashion at UCF, and 2 games that just kind of slipped away from you guys.
Yeah, it really hurts, especially, at home on the blue. We, as a team, take pride in defending the blue. So we're going to remember this feeling, and take everything that we learned from this going forward through the rest of our season. We got a lot of football left to play. And, we're excited for those opportunities.
how much is it almost a tease? I mean, and the offense was clicking early and the defense struggled a little early. And then the second half was just a complete flip of the script. I mean, it seems like you guys are close, but just putting it all together, how much of a challenge is that right now?
Yeah, it's a lot of little things in the middle that, maybe you don't see from the outside, but as a team, we're going to look at that, as a defense as well. There's a lot of things that we should have done better. So we're going to get in here tomorrow, look at the film and see what those little things are and, attack those going forward.
All right, we're going to let Kekala go because we got Andy coming in right now. So thanks, Kekala.
Thank you.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
Okay, let's go. Ron, BJJ. We'll limit it to 2 questions, guys, for Coach.
Andy, so, after seeing how you guys opened this game in the first half, I mean, how much does this one hurt after seeing that performance in the second half?
It's got to be more consistent. Obviously, we got to finish the first half. The first half wasn't exactly stellar. We didn't finish the half the way we're capable of, and we've been in these situations before, and we've got to be able to handle the last 4.
How difficult is that for a team when you go into the locker room on a down note like that? And how can you as coaches kind of clean things up in the third quarter? This is the second game this season where you guys have really struggled in that corner.
Yeah, we came out in the third quarter and we made some adjustments defensively, to be able to slow down the rushing attack, some of the things they were doing to attack the fronts and where we're losing leverage. We got to be able to make those adjustments earlier on in the first half.
But offensively is where you guys really struggled in the third quarter. How do you guys clean that up? What do you guys need to clean up?
Yeah, so we got to go and look at the film, and we got to just be more consistent moving the ball and put ourselves in better positions on first downs and being able to move those sticks.
Okay, BJ.
Andy, obviously they were running the ball very effectively. They'd come in struggling some, but they rushed, for well over 200 yards. What was the reason for the struggles there on the ground defensively?
Yeah, we got to do a better job up front with the fits in terms of the outside zone plays. We were losing leverage and getting cut off on the backside. And again, we just said it. We got to be able to fix that within the first half and not have to wait till halftime to be able to make those adjustments. We'll be quicker with that next time.
What'd you see on that play where they rolled it dead, where you guys got the ball, but Dale obviously scored on the play? Obviously a big swing there. Would you like to see them let that play out first before the review?
Yeah, I mean they blew the whistle, BJ. So you know what it is. At that point, we're lucky enough that it got reviewed and we got the ball at that spot. But yes, it's part of the game.
Let's go to Jay.
Andy, it's not too often that this program has 2 losses this early, and I know you've had 2 really big challenges early in the season. But how do you guys respond to this, especially in the fashion that it happened?
Yeah, there's no question. I mean, it to come down to the wire like this and not to be able to finish, and we pride ourselves on being able to finish. And so we've got to do a better job as coaches, number one, in starting and creating mechanisms to help us be able to finish these games at the end here. And we through these 2 losses early on, we're going to be able to learn a ton that's going to carry us forward as we start to move into conference play.
I think there was a stretch there in about 20 game minutes where you ran I want to say it was like 5 to 8 plays on offense. I mean, that's a long stretch to have your defense on the field and your offense on the sideline. How hard is it to overcome that when your offense hasn't been on the field for 20 games, or has barely been on the field for almost 20 game minutes?
Yeah, we've got to be efficient when we get our opportunities, and again, we got to be much more efficient in the early downs, be able to get these sticks moving, put ourselves in better manageable situations if we even do get to third down. But we got to put ourselves in better manageable situations. We got to be quick with the ball. We got to be able to get the ball out quick and not take negative yardage plays.
Andy, thank you.
Go to Adam.
Hey, Andy. How does it feel knowing that there were 36,702 fans in attendance for this game?
Yeah, the crowd was awesome. I mean, that's the atmosphere here that, Bronco Nation and the support that they give. We obviously got to do a better job finishing for them, and we will. And again, it starts with us as coaches, and we'll make sure that we do a great job of analyzing the things that we need to do. We'll implement some things to make sure that we have the confidence and the ability to execute better next time for Bronco Nation.
Thank you.
Rachel, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Jonah Domas has been extremely consistent over the past 2 years, 14 of 15 on field goals. What did you see on that last? It sounds like maybe that last field goal did get touched a little bit or blocked.
Yeah, it looked like we had a little bit of leakage over on the left side there of, in the protection, and guy got his hand up there. So again, we're going to have to go back and make sure that we look at that and clean that up. In a critical situation like that, we've got to be better with our protection.
It looks like Davis Cutter got into the starting lineup tonight for you guys. Obviously, he had his first career catch as a Bronco and then his first career TD. And we also heard his dad was in attendance tonight. Obviously, you guys didn't win, but a little bright spot for him tonight. What did you think of his performance?
Yeah, he's been the last couple weeks. He hasn't got a lot of catches. Like you said, it's his first catch, but what he's been through camp, what he's been since he's been here, how hard he works every day. There's a lot of things that he does that are unsung, how he blocks for the running backs in the run game, how consistent he is. And, with Steph being down, it was an opportunity for him to step up.
Go to Will to finish it up.
Hey, Andy, what did you think of JL's performance tonight?
Yeah, JL's been pretty steady over the course of the season. He's made some really big-time plays. He's been in and around the ball, and, he was there again tonight. We just obviously had a situation there where we were, on a takeaway where there was a whistle, so we couldn't finish that play. And a lot of physical finishes, and that's what that's what he's capable of doing. And so we've got to just keep growing, keep building this mentality, the ability to execute more consistently, especially within the fronts. That's something we obviously got to work on.
Thanks,
Recording
Andy.
stopped.
And then pin that one. Perfect. That's fine. We'll just do it this way. Sorry. We just literally been shut down. Like it's almost like it's too hot or something. Oh, and then we'll record when he sits down. That's awesome. I'm sure it's last files. How's everybody doing? Hey, Craig, I don't have any questions. I can't give permission. Just have a go. You can go. I just want to have a recording for you guys in a second. So go ahead. Working on it.
Hey, Davis, what was tonight like for you, getting a chance to make your first start and have your first catch on the blue and your first touchdown on the blue?
Yeah, it was an amazing environment. It's an unreal feeling to have Bronco Nation behind you. I truly believe I've been in a lot of stadiums and at a lot of games, and I truly believe we have the best fans in the nation. It's unbelievable. So blown away by that, and then I'm just having a lot of fun. I mean, this has been my dream since I was a little kid, and I try to remember that while I'm out there playing.
And your dad was in the stands too, right? What was that?
He was
cool for the family moment that I'm sure you guys will be able to talk about later.
Yeah, no, it's definitely cool. Full circle moment for me being born here, and this was his first head coaching job, so in college. So to have him here watching me and with some of my other family members is really cool.
Just how tough was this one to offensively? You really couldn't get much going in the second half again, and then to still have a chance there, in the final minutes to win it with a field goal. Just how disappointing is a loss when the game was kind of right there for you guys? Yeah,
no, it hurts. Struggled to move the ball in the second half. I'll take some credit on that one. I didn't do a good enough job. I got to step up and make some plays. Had a drop on 3rd and 12 that would have moved the sticks. But yeah, we just got to get back to work, focus on the details, and the rest will take care of itself.
Recording in progress.
And then we'll go to Rachel.
Davis, the first quarter and a half on offense was so smooth. It seemed like you guys were in such a rhythm. And the last 2.5 quarters, it just disappeared. How does it go from so good to a struggle in a hurry?
I think there's probably a lot of answers to that question, and I don't get paid enough to answer those questions. I'm kidding, but it's hard to know those answers without watching the tape. But like I just said, it really comes down to our detail in the week, and I'm a really big believer that if you do the work the right way, it all takes care of itself when the lights are shining bright.
Yeah. For you, I know that you said this was kind of a full circle moment. The first couple of games, on my count, you were on the field for about 30 offensive snaps, but still hadn't caught your first pass. So, I mean, what was that moment like for you? And then right after that happens, you're in the end zone catching your first touchdown.
Yeah. I just try to do my job, and a lot of my job in this offense has been in the run game, blocking, and I'm fine doing that, and get a lot of reps on special teams. So try to make an impact on the game. I think some of the best players in the world are the best because of what they can do without the ball in their hands. So I try to make an impact without the ball in my hands. But when I'm lucky enough for it to come my way, I just try to make something happen.
Finally, I know that this is your first year playing for this program, but you know this program awfully well. It's not often that in mid-September they have 2 losses. So what is kind of the mood in the locker room, and how do you bounce back from this?
We have a great group of guys in the locker room and a great coaching staff. And, it's just a bump in the road. We're going to get it all figured out. And I'm excited for what's to come. But it starts with every day, how you show up every day. When you start looking out in the future, what's coming, that's when, just worry about each day, each rep, how you're getting better in the weight room, going to class, doing the right things, and everything else to take care of itself.
Davis, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Hey, Davis, I'm Rachel. I'm with Idaho Statesman. I know that your dad was the coach here in starting in 98 to 2000. So were you alive yet? And do you have any recollections of, just your dad's short time here on the Blue, and what do you remember about it?
Yeah, I don't have any recollection because I moved when I was 2, so I was still pretty young. But the week I was born, Boise State, their game, they played Portland State that week. I was born on a Thursday. They played Portland State that Saturday, and then I spent my time, my undergrad at Portland State. And in 2019, almost on my birthday, we came back and played Boise State. So that was a pretty incredible full circle moment. And then to now be playing on the Blue and a part of it is a dream come true.
That's all I had for you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, if you've got anything.
Davis, I know you play on offense, but I wanted to get your perspective. What do you think of JL Skinner's performance tonight? And what kind of leadership does he give you guys?
Man, JL is one of those guys you don't see at the FCS level, and that's for a reason, because he is an incredible football player. I think the play that's not going to get brought up enough is him running when that guy on the reverse came all the way back and he ran him down. To be his size, to be able to run, how physical he is, and on top of that, the person he is. It's just the type of guy you want to be around. Super impressive, great guy, good leader. Awesome.
Thanks, Davis.
Thank you.
Davis, appreciate your time, man. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Recording stopped.